Barrister, what do you want to know? I want to tell you about Yoruba people. Do you want to hear about them or not?
Director, you are at the head of affairs. Say whatever you want to say. Remember, we have no restrictions here.
Nnamdi Kanu, as far back as 2014, has made a very important observation about the Yoruba people. But of course, there are a lot of misinformation in what he put out there as far back as 2014. But of course, some of this misinformation, which is rather considered as propaganda, has led to what we can say is a kind of misunderstanding between Yorubas and the Igbo. Now, he was trying to separate the various of ethnic nationality in Yoruba land.
Never seen before in the zoo. Nobody knows. Not even Awolowo has this document. But we'll tell them about Yoruba people. The same way you have Igbo people in the hinterland of Biafra land is the same way that you have a place called Metropolitan Oyo or Yoruba proper. The people you see in Lagos, those you see around Abeokuta, these the people, Egba people, Ibarakpa people, the people of Egbado, Ketu, the people that they call Popo, these are people of Porto-Novo, and Awori people of Ota, where Obasanjo comes from. Awori, that's who he is. He is not proper Yoruba. Do you know that, Barrister? They are not proper Yoruba people. Yoruba people, their boundary stopped at a place called the Iwo, all the way from Kishi. The old Oyo, which is called Katunga, was destroyed in 1837. Destroyed by the Fulanis in 1837. Destroyed completely and hopelessly. That is the proper Yoruba people, but because of their influence and their conquest, they spread their language all the way to the sea, to places like Ekpe, in Lagos, Ijebu, Egba, Ibarakwa, a place called Kivun Ketu, spread all the way to the Dahomey.
You are sounding like a Yoruba man yourself, Director. You know all the names.
Oh my God. Barrister, they are not Yoruba. Obasanjo is not a Yoruba man proper.
If we are to go by history, if we are to go by what history entails, we should be talking of as far back as Ile-Ife. Ile-Ife is where the Yoruba people is said to have emanated from. Now, and then we have Oduduwa as the progenitor of Yoruba race. But now, and we have the Okambi, which is the only son of Oduduwa, and Oduduwa had 7 sons. These are the sons that move out of Ile-Ife and established the Yoruba kingdom and other sub-ethnic Yoruba race. Now, and those sub-ethnic Yoruba race, he went as far as Benin Republic, Dahomey, which is now presently known as Benin Republic. So it is not true to say that Oyo alone is where Yoruba stopped. In fact, the name Yoruba wasn't even for, it was a name given, some people, some narrations say it's a name given by the British, some said it's a name given by the Hausas. But of course, the name Yoruba is the binding name for all what is called Omokaro Jire today. So that is to say that each sub-ethnic Yoruba nationality have their own peculiar dialect, which Nnamdi Kanu in this video is confusing. Now he's saying that Obasanjo should be proud to speak his own dialect, his own language, rather he call it language, not even dialect. And then he said the only dialect that is peculiar to Ibadan Oyo people is Yoruba, which is definitely not the right thing to say. It's a fallacy. So in this case, he has really messed up in what is analyzing there. Yoruba is a very wide sub-ethnic nationality. For those that read history, including myself, I met history along the way. Now, the differences, no doubt, there have been differences in Yoruba's identity. The fact that led to intra-ethnic war in Yoruba land. You find the Ekiti people fighting the Ondo people and so on and so forth. In fact, it was only in the 18th century that we had that Yoruba decided to come together. And in fact, the name Yoruba was accepted by others of ethnic nationality except the Egbas. Egbas were the very last to adopt that name called Yoruba. So when we say Yoruba people, we are talking it encompasses every sub-ethnic nationality of Oduduwa. So Oduduwa is founder of the Yoruba race. So his grandsons moved out of Ife and founded other sub-ethnic nationality which are linked to Yoruba people. Now the Oyo Empire was the empire that ruled the entire Yoruba land from Oyo up to Ilorin and down to Dahomey before it was dismantled by Afonja, who sold the empire to the Fulani tribe. Now, with that missing word, the Oyo has been a very important part of Yoruba land. It has been the military prowess of Yoruba land, and that's why I smile and laugh at those that make mockery of your brown roof. It's a very, very important strategic fortress of Yoruba people. So, as it is, the Oyo Empire was in charge of the military prowess of Yoruba people.
Yoruba went to war to conquer people. Do you know the only major ethnic nationality that did not go to war to conquer anybody? Barrister.
That is us. It's the Igbos. It's the Biafrans. We didn't fight anybody.
Oh my goodness.
We didn't annex any individual.
They are laughing of Oyo, not they are laughing of Ijebuland or Egbaland. No, are laughing of Oyo. These are the proper.
And what Nnamdi Kanu said there is a total fallacy. All the ethnic sub-nationalities in Yoruba, in Southwest are Yoruba people. So Yoruba people did not start or end in Oyo. It extends to even as far as Ilorin, which is now that has been taken over by the Fulanis, and even the Emir of Ilorin himself speaks Yoruba, though not Yoruba. Speaks Yoruba fluently. The comrades there speak Yoruba. The administration there is in Yoruba. So, not to talk of Kwara South, where we have a Yoruba king and Obas and etc. So, the entire Yoruba people consist of Oyo down up to Ilorin to the Republic of Benin Republic, now known as Dahomey.